Describe one way of how dog training has changed in the past 30 years.
There are significantly more opportunities available for people that want to get into this business now. Training methods have changed dramatically. I mean, I'll just give you one example. A very common behavioral challenge then and now, which was teaching a dog not to jump on people, not to jump on you, not to jump on family members. In those days, the method taught was when the dog jumped up, you would knee the dog in the chest. Now, no trainer was suggesting that you knock the dog over backwards and injure the dog, but the objective was to cause enough discomfort that the dog would look to avoid jumping and thus being kneed in the chest. Contrast that today. And by the way, what you were doing there was you were focusing on what the dog shouldn't do, the jumping. Today's methodology is much different. Today our focus isn't so much on what we don't want the dog to do, but on what we do want the dog to do. So instead of kneeing the dog or engaging in some form of physical correction, today what we would do is we would focus on teaching the dog an appropriate alternative behavior. So we might teach the dog to sit and to greet people as in sitting as opposed to jumping. And when the dog did default to the jumping behavior, instead of a correction or a punishment, we would simply ignore the inappropriate response and then praise the appropriate one. So it's a very, very different attitude. So you have the ability to teach this behavior without having to resort to compulsion-based techniques.